Did you miss Bitcoin's rise? Don't worry, XRP's explosive surge might be your second chance at crypto glory. XRP is poised for a massive surge thanks to institutional adoption, enhanced liquidity, and positive regulatory vibes. Ripple just snapped up Hidden Road, a firm moving $3 trillion per year, and is about to launch XRP futures on CME Group. Why should you care? XRP's XRPL Tech settles transactions in seconds with ultra-low fees, making it a beast in the world of cross-border payments. The SEC lawsuit? Old news. XRP's cleared for takeoff. So, are you ready to ride the wave? Don't miss out. Explore XRP now and join the revolution. Blink, and XRP could leave you in the dust.
But Ripple's Rolodex? It's already inked with titans like Santander, Tranglo, and SBI Holdings. Names scribbled not in pencil, but in bold, permanent ink. Each one fuels the network effect monster, a fancy term that just means this: the more powerful entities you onboard, the more indispensable the network becomes to everyone. And once that momentum snowballs, it creates an irresistible gravitational pull that attracts even more institutions. Think of it like WhatsApp. Why did everyone from your best friend to your grandma sign up? Simple. Because that's where the conversation moved. But here's the psychological hiccup. Our brains crave slow, predictable build-ups. We're hardwired to believe big shifts always come with blinking lights and polite warning bells. Crypto laughs at that idea. It's more like a trapdoor. One moment you're on solid ground, and the next you're in free fall. That's what Dell's tweet is really saying. Write your instructions on the whiteboard before the floor gives way. Let me get real with you. Back in spring 2017, I was mining obscure altcoins on a dusty old GPU rig. I thought I was ahead of the curve. Woke up one April morning, boom. The market had tripled overnight. But my sell targets? Yeah. Buried under my coffee mug, scribbled in a half-torn notebook. By the time I punched the market order, half my unrealized gains had vanished into thin air. That sting, it lingers. My 2017 crypto regret, warning for XRP investors. And I see that same kind of scar forming today for anyone who's brushing off XRP like it's just another alt. And it's not just Dell sounding the alarm. You've got Dell, a prominent voice in the XRP community, pointing to a ticking clock. He claims Ripple is gearing up to unveil a restructured escrow strategy. And when they do, that mountain of locked XRP will suddenly become front-page news. Translation: cheap accumulation, window slams shut. Then there's Edino Fina, weighing in with his own warning. There are no second chances. He links his caution to an outlandish claim about a $150 trillion trust allegedly hidden since 1873. Now, whether you buy that story or not, his message is clear. Miss the rocket, and you'll be left staring at vapor trails. Escrow shocks and secret trust. Rumors, reality or hype. Critics, of course, roll their eyes. They call the secret trust angle conspiracy theater and argue XRP's price still moves in lockstep with macro crypto trends. They've got charts. They say, when Bitcoin sneezes, altcoins catch pneumonia. They point out that Ripple's legal case isn't done and dusted. Appeals are still possible. And the SEC? Well, they don't exactly play patty cake. Critics versus bulls. XRP, still a slave to sentiment? Now, to be fair, some of these critiques, they hold water. Others, not so much. But here's the thing. Momentum always looks like noise, until hindsight slaps you in the face. Take 2013, no one outside a fringe Reddit thread, cared about Dogecoin. Fast forward, memes, plus TikTok, Elon Musk, 9,000% rally in the blink of an eye. People who had a strategy laughed all the way to the bank. People who didn't watched the charts skyrocket while refreshing coin market cap with sweaty palms. And that is the behavioral landmine Van Dell is warning you about. Let's talk real numbers. XRP is floating around a modest $2 right now. To hit 5 hours? That's a substantial leap, but not an impossible one. XRP 2025 price projections near. Can it realistically reach 510? Right now, XRP floats around a modest $2. For it to surge to $5, that would require a significant but entirely plausible jump. And $10, that's a steeper climb, sure, but far from impossible. To skeptics, it may sound outlandish, but consider this. Bitcoin soared 20x off its COVID-era lows, fueled by ETF hype. Ethereum, it pulled off a 30x rally, even while navigating regulatory fog, thicker than London smog. Now imagine if Ripple achieves full legal clarity, an XRP spot ETF goes live, and institutions deploy even a sliver of their Bitcoin playbook into XRP. You do the math. But here's the deal. Volume speaks louder than tweets. XRP's current daily volume already sits in the multi-billion-dollar range. Now factor in ETF inflows, plus Hidden Road's 5-second settlement mechanism, and what you get is not a trickle, it's a liquidity fire hose. Markets don't move just because people believe in something. They move because capital competes for limited supply. Yes, XRP's circulating supply is large, but so was Apple's when the iPhone hit the shelves. Liquidity plus narrative miles to price velocity. Still, the challenge remains, how do you position for this? You can't just throw your life savings at a coin because some influencer shouted, "Blink," and you'll miss it. Here's what I do. Not financial advice. I work off predefined accumulation zones and exit strategies laid out in spreadsheets and tracked in real time. That structure? It's shared with our private Discord community behind the paywall where we trade plans, not emotions, no panic, no chasing green candles. It's like knowing your fire escape plan before the smoke alarm screams. Oh, and diversify. If XRP moons, fantastic. But if macro headwinds slam into the markets and Bitcoin nosedives, even the fastest ledger can't outrun a risk-off tsunami. So hedge, park some in stablecoins earning yield, sprinkle some into other altcoins, metals, or Web2 equities. It's not about predictions, it's about positioning. In my own portfolio, I'm holding over 50 distinct assets. A few Web2 crossover projects, some hard metals, and yes, a good chunk of crypto. Strategy beats guesswork, always. Now, quick reality check. The SEC cracked the ETF door for Bitcoin in January 2025. After a decade of rejection, BlackRock's product alone vacuumed up 150,000 BTC in just 2 months. Apply even a fraction of that appetite to XRP's supply, and you get the setup for an explosive supply squeeze. Now, toss in another variable, corporate treasuries. Remember Tesla's Bitcoin move in 2021? Imagine a Fortune 500 CFO announcing, "We're using XRP to hedge currency risk because our cross-border payroll clears in under 6 seconds." That one line on an earnings call could ignite retail demand like a spark in dry brush. Legal clarity matters too. Judge Torres already ruled XRP's exchange sales are not securities. The SEC tried to appeal, but momentum clearly leans Ripple's way. Every ruling tightens the spring. Think of it like pumping a basketball. Pressure builds with every motion. Eventually, it bounces hard. Hidden Road isn't your cousin's trading startup. It's institutional-grade, prime brokerage, trusted by hedge funds and HFT desks. Their adoption of XRPL's 5-second settlement isn't just fast, it's risk-reducing. That's catnip for risk desks. And when quarterly reports reflect lower counterparty risk and faster liquidity, competitors rush not to be left behind. Finally, let's talk speculative fuel. Whether or not you buy into the $150 trillion trust rumor, rumors drive engagement. Engagement drives searches. Searches spawn new wallets. And new wallets, new demand. Dogecoin proved memes can move markets. XRP's memes, they orbit multi-trillion-dollar finance, not cartoon dogs. Now picture this. An XRP ETF ticker flashes across CNBC. 9:30 a.m., trading opens. By 9:31, volume eclipses Bitcoin's ETF launch. Social feeds detonate. Exchanges buckle under traffic. XRP rockets 30%, 40%, even 50% in minutes. Meanwhile, those waiting for confirmation, they wake up to slippage nightmares. That, right there, is the instant move thesis in full color. Will it play out exactly like this? No one can promise that. But the ingredients? They're already in the pantry. Someone just needs to strike the match. Summing it up, Vandel's warning isn't crypto hype, it's pattern recognition. XRPL's sub-5-second settlement is turning institutional heads. Hidden Road's 3T volume says real money is in motion. Spot ETFs and legal clarity lay dry kindling everywhere. And the community? It's already stoking the FOMO fire. Sure, critics have their red flags, but crypto history shows paradigm shifts don't ask permission. They just happen. So, where does that leave you? Take the afternoon. Draft a strategy. Decide how much XRP fits your risk profile. Mark your entry and exit zones. Print it. Screenshot it. Tattoo it if you must. Because if Vandel is right, you won't have time to second guess. Opportunity rarely knocks politely. Sometimes it kicks the door off the hinges. And if you've made it this far, you're already ahead of 90% of people who can't read past a tweet. So stay sharp. Stay informed. Because markets don't reward hope. They reward preparation.